Okay, in the meantime, let me get a sense. We got Keshav Bhajanka lined up. I can see Keshav Bhajanka lined up.
Morning,
He's the man at CenturyPly. I think he can hear me. Keshav is a young entrepreneur taking his company to global heights. And Keshav, you know, it is an interim budget, a lot of expectations. I was asking Piruz at CIA some time back. Though it's an interim budget, people are talking about it. Maybe it's the excitement of the pre-election period. What would your overall view on this interim budget be?
Good morning, Arnab. Thank you so much for having me. I think that, you know, this government has given very balanced, very good budgets for the past few years. I'm hoping that continues. There will be some populist measures because it is an election year, but I'm hoping the thrust on infrastructure continues, and in particular for the housing sector, two changes that we are looking at or we are hoping for is considering the higher costs, the limit for affordable housing should be raised from 45 lakhs to at least 60 or 70 lakh rupees, and the tax exemption for housing loans. I think if the government focuses on these two things, it will be a spurt for the real estate sector, which, as you know, is the second largest employment generator in the country.
Well, absolutely. And in terms of the challenges globally and otherwise, I mean, is there something that causes you concern right now? You do a lot of global business. Anything that causes you concern, especially in terms of India's export economy?
Of course, exports do seem to, be quite weak right now, particularly considering the situation in the Middle East and other factors around the globe. Shipping costs have substantially gone up. But I think the domestic demand, that is one thing that we need to appreciate. It has been resilient beyond belief. And in India, considering what is happening around us in the world, I think we're very well poised for not just the short term, but the long term. The resilience of the Indian economy has been remarkable.
Absolutely. Keshav, I'm going to come back to you. Is Piruz on? Piruz, hi, Arnab here. What is the expectation you have, and why is there so much focus on the interim budget? Unusual focus, not just from the media. Is it? Yeah, very well, Piruz. Fantastic, great. But my question is, usually the interim budgets come and go. People don't talk much about it, but this time it's like, industry is very excited. They're looking for signals because they feel Mr. Modi is coming back for another 5 strong years. So they're looking for signals, is it, in this budget on the future direction? Or is it about how much capex will be put out? What's the big headline you're looking for?
Arnab, I can't hear you. You'll have to speak. Ask me again. Arnab, I can't hear you. You'll have to speak. Ask me again.
No, I said, what is industry looking for? What are the signals industry is looking for from this interim budget?
See, I think we have to see one step backward in the G20 and the B20 era. Now we are looking at a global India. Taxes at the buoyancy. We are talking of a gift city. We are talking of SEZs. I believe time has come when we have to look at a global Indian. Now, when you are saying a global company will not be taxed in a gift city, I am similarly a global individual also. In my mind, now there is a time where we have to relook at the income tax for the individual who is making money from abroad. So the global income also should not be taxed to the level of 30 and 40%. Because then what is happening is you are actually encouraging migration and you are encouraging the HNIs to really change their tax residency. And in my mind, that is a loss to the company because the good brains of the company are actually going outside. They are settling in Dubai, Singapore, I don't know, Europe, UK, because they believe that they are taxed, they can save their tax and they can have a better life. Now on the life part, India is improving, but on the tax part, we need to relook at the global income taxability.
No, that's true, but you expect the government to do that in an interim budget?
All on hold. I strongly urge, see, I don't believe this government is looking this as an interim budget. I believe we are expecting, at least I am expecting a full-fledged budget because this is the budget before election, and I definitely believe the government will use it as a measure to show the reforms in every sector. And this government is reform oriented, and I do believe that there has to be reforms in the way global companies operate, in the way global individuals operate. And I believe that is in line with our G20 and B20 objectives, that when we are talking of being the third largest economy in the world, our tax practices also should be of the third largest economy. We can't be saying we are the third largest economy, but our tax practices are of a medieval economy back in the ages. So I believe international practices are there of taxing global income on corporates and individuals. The same needs to be practiced in India, and we need to ensure that the tax is at a level playing field. And I definitely believe that this is something we can do in this budget more than any other budget, because this is a budget before election, a budget of SOPs. So if you are giving SOPs to everybody, sabka saath, sabka vikas, sabko SOP, I think we should also need, we definitely need that global companies and global individuals get some benefit.
Sabko SOP sounds dangerous. Sabka vikas, sabka vishwas, but sabka SOP is a new line, Kishore.
Sabka SOP is not what this government is ever doing.
Yes, I think that's what I'm giving, because I don't believe.
Indians.
No, I don't think so. Sabka SOP is going to ever happen.
Because so we stay in India.
What do you mean, so we
The
stay in
reason
India? I would
is,
say,
I'm
let me
telling you
say,
only so that we stay in the country.
yes.